This video is going to be the ultimate step-by-step guide on how to sell digital products online using your own platform through Go High Level. Let's dive in. Hey guys, John Whitford here. Over the last 7+ years, my wife and I have sold well over $5 million in digital products. Now, what is a digital product? It's either an ebook, a course, a workbook, printables, planners, you get the idea. Basically, we're going to use the working definition that a digital product is something that doesn't require the creators or a service provider to spend their time to fulfill on, right? So as soon as they can click the buy button, they can get their thing automatically and take action on it without your requirement, like without your time required, right? And in this video, I want to walk you through the exact same step. I'm going to share my screen with you and we'll walk through it step by step to set yours up to sell as well, okay? Now, if you're not already selling digital products or don't have any yet, there's a couple of different ways to sell and offer these products, okay? So way number one is you can sell them as products themselves. And to do that, we're going to be using a sales funnel here inside Go High Level, which basically is a automated sales process where somebody can get to your screen, they can walk through everything about the product, why it's right for them. You can sell them based on the value of the product itself. And then once they buy, you have the opportunity to add upsells and increase the value of that sale. And it does a great job of removing distractions and making the prospect very much focused on your product and nothing else. The second way you can sell printables is as a service. Printables as a service, right? So PaaS. So this notion is that a lot of people see the value in digital products, but they don't have the skill or the desire to build them themselves. And so you can become that glue, that bridge that connects people from what their subject matter expertise is and this beautiful digital product, which is a great tool to connect with their audience. And you can create the products for them based on their information and sell it as a service. All right. So I'm not saying that everybody needs to do one or the other. You can pick and choose what's right for you. But what's beautiful about the service model and the product model is you can do both without having to get any additional software, any additional complexities, no techie voodoo going on. You can do it all inside the platform we're going to cover today in this video. Now, just as a heads up, we're going to be focusing this video on selling the digital products as products, right? We're going to be creating a sales funnel in this video. But if you wanted to be kind of curious about the service side, I actually did an entire 21-day video challenge where I built out an entirely new brand, not a throwaway tutorial video. I built out a business which has already generated revenue to this day, right? And so you can get that by going to my affiliate bonus page. If you want to sign up for Go High Level, that's one of the many trainings and benefits that you get if you sign up for Go High Level using my affiliate link, because I am an affiliate, because I love the software. To learn more about that, there's links down in the description below, or you can go to ghl.unbeatabletech.com and read about everything we have to offer there. All right. And of course, because we're going to cover a lot of content here today, there should be timestamps down below as we're progressing through this masterclass in setting all this up. So get a cup of coffee and get excited, because I want you, by the end of this video, to not have to go to any other YouTube videos or courses or anything like that. I want you to be fully armed to create and sell your digital products online using Go High Level. Now, before we talk about actually creating them and building out the entire sales process, what are the benefits of these small digital products? Well, there's several of them. I'll list them off real fast here for you. Number one is they can be sold on autopilot. So while you're sleeping, your sales funnel can be working and churning and creating revenue and profit for you and your business. Number two, there's zero inventory. There's no books or t-shirts to stack up in your garage. There's no trips to the mailbox or anything like that. Benefit number three is there's no cost of goods sold, which means pretty much everything you sell comes back in pure profit. So it makes it really, really good if you don't have a ton of money to invest into your business. You can invest sweat equity, create these amazing digital products, use this tool to sell them and keep the money for yourself. Benefit number four is they are very easy to create. We'll talk about that in just a second, but you don't need to get a 4-year degree to learn how to build these amazing design products. You can add your own content, your own experience into it and make something uniquely yours and can sell amazingly well. And the last benefit number B or whatever we're at now, is they are a fantastic way to find scale for your business. Once you create a few digital products that work really, really well, you can use these and drive traffic directly to them, either as freebies or as small paid products, which will allow you to find new customers without having to crank out more blog posts every day or YouTube videos every day. You can get off that content hamster wheel and build a profitable funnel, drive traffic to it, and find your ideal people to then take on to the next step of your business, whatever that might be, service, coaching, community, whatever it might be for you. All right, so now you know the benefits of creating small digital products and what they can do for your business. Now, how do you actually create these? Now, to make this video not so long, I'm not going to go through the entire creation process. That would be a little bit too much for me. And honestly, I'm not the expert in it. My wife is. So I'm going to show you how you can learn how to do this as well. If you have zero experience on this, you can go to printablesbynumber.com. And she and I have helped well over 10,000 students in this course alone on making and selling digital products, like ebooks, like all other great things. And it's a fantastic course. It's affordably priced, and you can learn everything you need to know to build it from scratch. We also give you some templates to get started in this course. So that's printablesbynumber.com. Or if you want the shortcut, you can just come to our shop, because one of our business models, one of our income streams, just being open with you, is we help people who don't have that skill in the design, and we give you some starter templates. So you can come to freedombynumber.com, just go to our shop at the top there, and you can search through all of our printables, our graphic packs, and you can see all of the content that basically we can, if you want to create and sell a gratitude journal, you can come here, and for $20, you can get all the professionally designed pages done, and you just swap out your content, your spin, your colors, your branding, whatever it is that makes this product your product, and then you can sell that to your audience over and over. So in this video, I'll be going through and putting in an example product, but you can imagine whatever you'd want it to be. It could also even be a course. It doesn't have to specifically be a printable. It could be an ebook, could be a journal, could be a full-on course. I'll show you actually adding videos in as well at no additional cost. It's all part of Go High Level. And but I want to give you those tools in case you're watching this and you're like, I don't have a digital product to sell. It doesn't have to be that hard. If you know your content, if you know your expertise, whatever the transformation you want your audience to go through, you can grab the appropriate template for a few bucks, put your content in, and follow the rest of this video to build your online store and your online funnel within a day, well, within a few days. Let's be reasonable. We all got lives outside of watching YouTube, right? But you can get yours built up very, very quickly and get it working and creating revenue within a week. All right. So that is enough of the how-to and the beginner stuff. Let's talk about the actual selling system we're going to create. All right. So I'll pull up the whiteboard here for just a second. Now, this is going to be a very simple anatomy of what we're going to be building out here, but I always like to draw it before we build it. I think that helps people understand the path we're going on together. So we're going to be assuming we'll be driving traffic from maybe Facebook. Maybe you drive traffic by posting organically or going live on Facebook or YouTube or your blog, wherever it may be. And you're going to be driving this traffic into a high converting sales page, right? So I'm going to assume we want to sell this. We don't want to just offer it for free, but there are tons of strategies. We can't really go into all of it in this one video, but you could drive traffic to a sales page. I'll call this sales. And on this, we'll put some buttons that say buy. And when they click on that button, we're going to pop up the order form. Now, this is a great functionality because it doesn't require you to load another screen. A lot of people will have the sales page, then the checkout page, or they'll have the page zip around all over the place and have all these crazy animations. I prefer to keep things very simple. And if you put the order form directly on a pop-up on that page, if they get little cold feet, they can close that pop-up and keep reading your sales page. Maybe they say, no, not yet. I'm not convinced yet. But they read down and they get to your testimonials, let's say. And they say, oh, yes, this is exactly what I need. Well, guess what? You'll have another buy button there by the testimonials. And so they can come back through, and maybe at that point, they're ready to complete their transaction. All right. So on the sales page, we won't add any videos, but you certainly could. We'll have our headlines. We'll have some images of the product itself. We'll make it look very pretty, and we'll have different sections. I'll actually show you how you don't have to build this entirely from scratch. We'll be able to use a pre-built template library inside Go High Level, no additional cost or anything, and you can get tons of really useful starting places. They may not be perfect for you, but they're definitely better than building from scratch, so I'll show you how to use that. Okay, now to keep this video simple, we're going to make that order form simply go to a thank you page. But I also want to let you know that there's a ton of additional room, like ripe, fertile soil here for additional sales to be made. So instead of just saying thank you and here are your next steps, we could send them to upsell pages, which allow you to sell an additional product. So let's say, for example, you start out by trying to sell an ebook or a printable. All right. Maybe it's a $5, maybe it's a $45 digital product. You put that on the checkout page and they buy it. What would they maybe be interested in after they buy a $5 or a $45 printable? Well, they might want a course on how to achieve that even faster or even more step by step. They might be interested to join a membership community where they get actual coaching from you, the creator, on a weekly or monthly basis. A lot of different things. They might be interested to apply to work with you directly, to have you help them accomplish that goal, whatever that goal is for them. So there's a bunch of different opportunities of how you can create that customer journey from the initial sale. And what's beautiful is there's no better diagnostic tool out there to decide what to sell them than what they just bought. So if you know that, hey, this little thing, we're going to be selling actually a kid's gratitude journal, believe it or not. It's really, really cute, adorable. Our team put it together recently and we love it. And so if we know that we want to sell a kid's gratitude journal, we might want to upsell on a course on how parents can help their kids with their self-esteem, with their sense of self-worth, with their confidence, things like that. Or maybe we could sell a parent community where we are working together to help with positive parenting for their children in this world that tends to focus on a lot of negativity in social media. I think that would sell amazingly and it would be a great thing for the world to have. So a couple of ideas there for you, but to keep things simple here, we're going to be selling a digital product. And then once they buy, not only are they going to get the thank you page, a couple things are going to happen. We're going to actually launch automations. Let me move myself over here. So I'll kind of show this with just like a gear icon. So we're going to have an automation that's going to do two things. Number one, it's going to send them emails that says thank you and potentially could even turn into a sequence of emails. I'll actually probably use some AI to write these as well. So thank you. And then maybe the next one could be, do you like it? Like it? And then maybe the next one could be need help. Help. So these are all different ways that you could continue to link them to your next product, to your next offer. Any way it's asking for reviews. There's a ton of things to do once they've purchased from you. Don't just take their money and run away, right? Continue to foster that relationship. All right, so that's number one, is the email automation. And then number two, we're going to give them access to a portal, which you own, you control. You can have as many customers as you want in this portal, and you can do whatever you want inside your portal. The purpose of the portal is that when they buy, they're actually going to have an account created, their own username, password, so that if you wanted to add to your product over time, if you wanted to revise it, you don't need to email out and change everything. You can just boop, hit the publish button, change things, add lessons to your course, add chapters to your book, revise things. And you can email them and let them know that changes are there. But instantly, as soon as they go to log back into your portal, it's going to be the latest and greatest for them. All right. So at this point, you see where we're going with this, but you might be thinking, why are we using Go High Level to do this? Because we're just selling a digital product. You can do that in a lot of different tools, which is a very true statement. So there's a few reasons why I really love Go High Level and why we're really talking about it now in this video. The main one is it allows you to simplify what you do, right? So in the beginning, like you might just take the simplest tool possible because that's all you need at that time. But then as your business grows and scales, you're going to want to add more on. So for example, maybe at first you only have an ebook. And so you buy a platform that's designed specifically for selling ebooks. But then you realize, oh man, after that ebook, they loved it, but they want more video instructions. I really need to build a course. Okay, so you build a course, but now you might need to add on a secondary platform. Maybe you start with something like Sendowl to sell your ebook because it's cheap and it's okay to deliver a digital product. But then you're like, oh, but now I need a course. So now you need to sign up for Teachable. And so now you've got maybe $27 per month for your ebook original, or your software cost, right? So that's per month for your cost there. Then you add on a Teachable for your online course, and that becomes $97 per month there. Then you realize, oh my gosh, I actually want to have a sales funnel. And so you need to sign up for ClickFunnels. And that becomes like their latest pricing is crazy. That's like $297 per month there. And beyond that, you realize, oh, well, hey, now that I'm getting people in, they want community. So now I actually want to have a community. And so you go to sign up for like circle.so, and that's somewhere around like $80 a month, depending on how big your community is. And then you realize, oh, I also need to have a service. I want high ticket. I want to be able to take my best people from my community and help them scale further or do whatever it is that you do. And now you need to sign up for Calendly or Pipedrive or one of those things. And that's going to run you another, at least $60 per month for all the different things to add on invoicing and QuickBooks integrations and things like that. So this is intense, and this is intense, right? Like this is overwhelming for anybody to think about in day one. And I will have a future video about not getting overwhelmed with all the things you can do and just focusing on the things that you should do. It's a very important distinction there. But the point being is I like to do that whole Franklin Covey of beginning with the end in mind. And everyone who's watching this video, it's going to have a different journey. You're going to have a specific journey. Maybe you want to go into the agency side and work with a few clients and serve them at a very high level. Maybe you want to go the total hands-off side of having a bunch of little digital products that you provide zero support for. Or likely you're going to fall somewhere in between that, right? And I have not found a single software that does a better job of allowing you to choose your own adventure and stitch it all together without ever having to log into a different platform. You can literally do all of these things we're talking about inside Go High Level, and the pricing is kind of insane. Like you can get all of this, and if you don't want to offer to clients, or like you just want to focus on you and be an end user, you're going to get all that for under $100 a month, $97 per month, which is fantastic. And you actually can get a couple of like clients even on the basic plan. So you could find a buddy that you trust and you could each get that for like $47 per month and split that in the beginning or something. You guys can work that out. But that's why we're using this software. We've used a ton of tools in the past, and they all have those fatal flaws, and people get stuck in the same places of not being able to figure out how to integrate one thing with the other. They want to add a new functionality on, then the old thing breaks. So I got you covered. That's why we're covering Go High Level here in this video. And the process we're going to be covering inside Go High Level is we're going to first be creating the product itself. So create the home for it, that portal that's going to house your printable. We're going to set that up first. We're next going to take that printable product and craft it into an offer. The way that Go High Level works is you could sell one thing, you could sell a bundle of things. You're going to take whatever your little inventory of products are, your courses, your bundles, your services, your communities, your whatever, and you can choose which one of those go into an offer and put a price on that offer. All right, so it's going to be step 2. Step number 3 is we'll actually be setting up our funnel itself, like the sales process itself, the page, the design. We'll be adding images, adding videos, all that cool stuff we'll be doing here together. And then the next step, whatever we're on the next step, is once they have purchased it, we want to set up all the automation. So thank them for their purchase, sending the next emails, the next steps, as well as unlocking the offer for them in their portal. And of course, we'll be testing it, making sure that it all works. And I'll be setting it up on an actual live account here. So it's not going to be all dummy text. It's going to be really fun. Let's go ahead and dive in. Alrighty, so step 1, let's get out of the whiteboard. We'll reference it as we go through this process, I'm sure. And I've got an account here. This is the Go High Level kind of starting screen of one of our accounts. This is one that I have for a little hobby of mine when I am playing on my boat. And it's called John's Lakes account, but it's all set up. It's all working great. By the way, we're not going to be setting up all the basics of the first day you log in to Go High Level. But again, if you sign up for Go High Level using my affiliate bonus, we walk through all of that, all the onboarding, all the tech videos, everything in detail, okay? But I want to kind of bridge that with building out a new product funnel here in this video, but be sure to check out the links in the description to learn more about the entire bonus offer. All right, so once we're here, we said the first thing we want to do is actually create the product. So to do that, I want to come over to the memberships area and click on memberships. And you can see here, they're going to call it courses, but again, it's just a protected area where anybody can sell anything. So I'm going to come here and go to my products, and let's create a new product. All right, so inside of this, I'll just build my own, but these kind of give you some interesting templates that you can work off of. And we're going to call this Kids Gratitude Journal, or Kids Planner. Kids Planner. It's a kids planner. There we go. And we'll create that product. Okay. Now we're going to need to connect our Stripe payment, so we will be doing that as well. But before we go through here, let's actually add our content in. So it gives you the basic structure where you can have categories and subcategories and tests and assessments. So really geared out to be a solid course platform. But we're going to make this very simple in this video. And let's just create this as welcome to the Kids Planner. All right. This is just the description. And inside that, we're going to have a lesson, which is where everything will be downloadable. All right. We'll go to the blank post. And now on this one, let's rename this How to Use Your Planner. And what I want you to do is just to show you how unafraid to be behind video. A lot of people don't like to be on video. I'll actually record a silly little video on my phone welcoming people for their purchase, and we'll add this into the course so you get an idea that you don't need to be a tech wizard or anything like that to make this work. But I highly recommend, even if you're selling an ebook, to have a personalized video from the creator yourself in that portal to build relationship. It's going to increase the consumption rate, the chance that people actually consume the thing you're giving them. It'll also increase everything, like the retention, your ability to get a testimonial. They'll feel a bit more connected to you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my regular old camera, put it on video mode, and you get to laugh at me as I create a little video. So let's do it. Hi there, John Whitford. Thank you. John Whitford here. Thank you so much for purchasing this kids planner. It makes my life so much better knowing that I can help a few more parents out there, helping their kids handle their stress, handle their self-esteem issues, and fight the day every day with a grateful heart. All right. So how to use this, you can click on your screen and set up all little pieces, nitpicks, print it out, and just enjoy it. If you enjoyed this, there's a couple things you can do to help me out. One, you can leave a review at however you want to get your reviews done. You can also make sure you're subscribed to my emails and my YouTube channel, where I can give you more free tips and tricks about that. That's it for now. If you'd like to sign up for my more one-on-one intimate coaching, if you'd like to apply for that, you can click on the link that's in this lesson, and we can see if we were a good fit to work together. That's it for me now. Thanks so much. Okay, so I just recorded that and let you see that you don't have to be too worried about it. You don't have to make it too perfect. And what I'll do now is just send this. I got to figure out how to send the video, plug in my phone and get all that. And it'll come right back once the video's on the computer. All right, the video is on my desktop now. So inside of your lesson, what we're going to be doing is uploading the video, uploading the actual file itself, which we'll give you a preview of in a second. So let's go ahead and do this here. So we're on our lesson. I'll go to my video, and I'll upload a new video. You don't need to pay for Vimeo or Wistia or anything like that. And you can just drag the file right from your desktop onto the little cloud icon, and it will upload really fast. This is a 300 megabyte video, and boom, there it is, ready to go. That's pretty easy. And then we also want to add the file itself. So just to give you a little preview, this is one of our beautiful templates that can be used and customized. It's a kids planner. I love this. Daily reflection. Look at that. We're going to start using, I could use this. All right. So this is the file that they can buy. And my goodness, how long is this? 50 pages. So this is a beautifully done product. Our team knocked this one out of the park. Great job to the team. Doodling, brain dump. Ah, love it. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. We can go here and add the file as well. We'll choose the file. This will be, I think I put this in my downloads. So here's our Kids Planner PDF, and that'll upload as well. And there it is. And then you can also add some additional content here. So what you could add here are instructions of what to do, how to download it, how to print it out, any tips and tricks if there's like a specific page size you want, or if it's a course, you're going to be in introduction land. Maybe this would be your course workbook or companion guide or something like that to help people through. But you get the idea. So I'll go ahead and put some content in here real fast, and we'll come right back and keep moving. All right, so I added in a couple ideas for you on setting up your digital products inside the course area. Have some sections to help them understand how to use it, or that could be in the video as well. So how to use, and then also next steps. It's a great idea to add additional calls to actions or options for them to go further. So link them to your social media channels, link them to, if you have a higher ticket offer where you work one-on-one with people, you can link them there. That's an appropriate place to do that. And also to leave a 5-star review. Makes sense to do that as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and save this, and let's take a look at how this would appear to them once they're logged in. Now look at that. That looks great and professional. I didn't actually add links there, but you could. And you've got your video that's working here and playing. All right, and that loaded up super fast. You can even, oh, that's not a very good face. You can do 2 times speed, 1 time speed. So it's very, very functional player, all included. And the download link is right here where people can get the file once they're logged in, right? So this is already a more premium feeling experience than just buying something and getting a download link on the next page or getting a download link in their email. You can still do that. You can still link to the same file in an email if you want to, but I definitely think that setting them up in a course environment is going to be more premium looking, and it's going to be able to command a higher price as well. All right, so that was step 1. We created our product. So step 2 is to take this now and turn it into a payable offer. All right, so from our main area, we can just hover up to our courses and come on down to offers. All right, and so we'll create an offer here. And this offer is just going to be, let's just call this Kids Planner. We can choose the product. Boom, there it is now, Kids Planner. Pricing name, we're going to call this Lifetime Access. And this offer is not going to, we need to connect our payment processor before we can do that. So I guess we'll have to do that real fast. I'm stuck here because I don't have Stripe connected or PayPal, so I can't be paid. Okay, fair enough. Let's take a little detour here and come on over to our dashboard, and we'll go to payments and integrations. And here's our Stripe account. So what I always like to do when setting up a Stripe integration is make sure you have been logged into Stripe. It's completely free. Go to stripe.com if you don't have an account. Very easy to get set up in well under an hour, and then you can collect payments online. You can also use PayPal as well, but in this video, I'll just show Stripe. So have that logged in on the next tab, and then it's very, very easy to just click that button and get everything connected. So let me go ahead and create that connection right now. Okay, so I got logged into my Stripe account on the other window. I'll just click this button now, and it will pop over here and say, okay, here's your account. You want to connect it? Sure, connect it. And just like that, you are connected. And what this will do is create a two-way street where whenever you create products inside Go High Level, it'll register them on Stripe. Whenever you make a payment, it's going to show the accurate data, allow you to do refunds, whatever you need to do, all done with a single button click. No problems there. Now we can move on to building out the offer itself. So we'll go back to memberships, come on down to offers now, and let's create that offer again. We'll call this Kids Planner. The products we're offering here is the Kids Planner. But again, if you had, for example, a bundle, you don't need to add the Kids Planner multiple different times. You can just add multiple products or multiple courses, members areas, to this offer. And we'll call this, as we did earlier, Lifetime Access. Now this is, no longer just free. It's either one-time or recurring payments. So we'll do a one-time payment of, let's say, $4 just for testing purposes. And you can always come through and change this, of course. And the price text override, we don't need that. That's if you wanted to use some marketing stuff and change how the verbiage is on the page. We don't care. And we'll go ahead and create this offer. All right, so it looks like it's created. So we head back here. We can see, I left it as draft. Make sure you click it over to published. and then hit save. There we go. Now, what's really interesting about this is if you don't want to go through all the process of building out a long form sales page, you could actually sell directly from what we just created here. Let me add in some description text so you can see where it's all going to appear, and I'll show you. You actually have a sales page here. Let's go check it out. This is the description. Let's save. And if I preview this, you actually, oops, oh, where's my description? You actually have a membership. I probably need to hit save here. All right. And then we can also go in and edit this checkout. And we can see, okay, here's my offer details. I can pick a file. I can add a video. Let's try to add that video in again. So I'm uploading the same video to this area just to see where it goes. And you can see a video is added. So you can actually build out this page if you'd like to. Edit the checkout copy even. This is the checkout description. Let's save on that. See what that does. So you could write an entire sales page out like this if you wanted to be very simple. We're not going to do that in this scenario because you don't have a lot of design control here, but this is very, very helpful. If you want to launch a lot of products, you can just make the offer and put it out there. And you can even control, if we go back into our offers here, you can even control the upsells that happen with it and all that cool stuff right from here. But it's a little limited, so I want to go ahead and give on a full sales page so you can get an idea what you can do with this platform. So let's move on to the next step, which is actually creating the sales page. We'll go over to our Sites tab now, and we're going to launch a new funnel. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this platform, as we said earlier, but what you'll probably be spending the most time on in the beginning is your funnels. This is where you can create pages for freebies, to collect email subscribers, to build out your products like we're going to do here. It's a ton of functionality built into a single software, so don't get overwhelmed by seeing all these different things on the screen here. All right, let's go ahead and create a new funnel, and you can either start it from scratch or you can go from the templates. I like to build mine from scratch because I don't want to undo a whole bunch of things that have already been done, but it's really cool, especially when you're crunched for time, to look for a reasonable template to start from. So you can browse a bunch of different templates by the categories, by the types. So for example, if you want a free resource in download, you've got real estate consulting services, roof inspection bookings. You can click on the preview button and see what they all look like. It's a little hard to see. I think my window is a little bit scrunched here, but let's find one that I kind of liked. Well, this one's kind of nice, especially given that we're doing things with kids planners. This one looks nice and bright, colorful. I like it. We'll continue with this one. And now it's going to automatically bring all the stuff in. No need to zip or unzip anything. And in just a few seconds, our funnel will be ready. All right. And there it is. It was ready like 2 seconds later. Great. So it takes us right into the builder. And the builder looks great. It's very, very familiar if you've done any sort of building online. And let me give you a quick little tour around here, where as you're building through, you can look at all the different sections and add sections in. So I can add a section. I can add a full width section whenever I want to. Let's say I want to add more content right here. Boom. I've got a section there. If I want to add maybe another section kind of like this, I can add some rows and I can add 3 columns of rows. Boom. I've got that as well. And then inside that, you can add all your elements. So if I wanted to add a bullet point list, boom, I've got bullet points, right? There's a ton to show with this, so we don't want to get you too bored here, but you can really play around with it, change your typography, change all your fonts and everything. So let's take a look here at how this is set up. I'm going to come to the settings, and let's look at the typography of this page. So you can see here the headline font is Laura, the content font is Roboto. So maybe I want to change this over to let's do like Open Sans, and you see that changed all the headline fonts. So it's very easy to keep this branded to your specific brand, and maybe you want Open Sans for both. So I'll click that, and now the text across the entire page has been kept on brand. Great. All right. What we can do is just change a little bit of text on this to show that we're selling a printable now. So let's just make a couple of changes to give you the idea of what you can do with your content. All right, so we'll change the headline here, and we'll say the perfect planner for your kids' success. Raise the next generation of leaders with this simple planner. Only $4 today. All right, so get the idea. It's easy as drag and drop, very much like you're on PowerPoint, just cleaning things around. And now we're going to come over to this image, and we've prepared a couple of images for you that we can use. Here's one that's going to be a nice hero section. We've got another one we can use later down in the page. So let's go ahead and show you how to change the images out. I just want to take away any fear you might have using tech or building websites. It's not that bad. We can do this. So we'll come down to where it says image options. I click on it, it changes all the options over here. Click on it, boom, here's my options. So I'll click on the little icon here, and we can actually make some really awesome folders to keep all of our things organized. So we'll call this folder our Kids Planner template. We'll save that, open that folder up, and just like in anywhere, you can upload files directly to it. So we'll add both of these files and add both of those in. Boom. And I can choose which one of these I want to add as my hero image. I really don't know yet. Let's try this one first. That looks really good. And what I might do here is let's brand this to that teal color to make it look like it fits a bit better. To do that, I'm just going to open up my color picker. You can use any color picker you like. And I'll take that hex code, copy the hex code, and I'll come over to the button. I like that little hover icon as well, or hover action as well. And then the color of the button, where are we at here? There we go, background color. I'm going to add a global color by clicking down here, and we'll call this main accent. And we'll paste that in. We'll add the color, and there we go. So now, as I'm going through, if I want to change my colors, I can very easily just choose that color and keep this nicely on my specific brand. And that's using the product itself to help set the color scheme. I think that works really, really well. All right, one other thing we can do here is let's add the video in just to show you can use videos as well on these pages. And what we'll do is we'll take this really nice looking image, but let's say bye-bye, and we'll add in a video. Now you could embed YouTube videos, you could do a bunch of different things, and they support a lot of different tools. So for example, YouTube videos are fine, Vimeo, Wistia, custom, whatever you got, HTML5 or hosted video. But if you're on a budget and you don't want to keep all this stuff on YouTube for the whole world to see, you can go right there to hosted video, and we'll say select video. And again, I'll keep this in the same folder, and I'll just drag the same video right in. And you'll see here, it's uploading that video once again, and it will be uploaded in there it is. It's done. I'll select that one. And now it might take a second for it to play, but my video is there now. And what you can do is call this see how the printable works. You get the idea. All right, now this button, what are these buttons doing? I think at this point we've seen our page. Let's take a look at it on the front end, and then we can go into the actual sales process. All right, so here it is on the front end, the perfect planner for your kids' success. This page looks great, right? Obviously the text is whatever it is, but you can make it what you need it to be. And so the videos play. Oh, you know what? I did not let them pause it. That's very rude of me, so let me mute that. And you can go through, add your testimonials, do whatever you need to do to sell your product, but you've got this great starting place canvas to work from. Real fast, I need to go back to that video because I didn't allow them to pause it, so I need to make sure they can do that, and I'm going to turn off autoplay. All right, and then let's add one more image right here, and we'll change that guy's face with the other image that we created. Now again, this video is not going to be a masterclass on what to say and where on your pages. That would take a bit longer. But I just want to show you how easy it is to work through this tool itself. All right, so we've made a few tweaks. Let's take a look at the page here. This looks really, really awesome. You've got your video here. We could have added a thumbnail behind that, which didn't do just yet. And now, how do you actually get money? Like, okay, we have this page, now what? If you notice here, this template in particular, every time you click on a button, it's actually going to pop up a pop-up. And the pop-up will allow them to go through the entire checkout process, putting their name, email, and phone number in, and even check out with the product. What we need to do before we get into all of this is also make sure that we've linked up the product we just built with this sales page. All right, so we're almost there. Let's go take a quick break and head back into our settings area, and I'll show you how to link up a product into a specific checkout page. All right, so here's our checkout page. It's looking good. It even shows the preview there, which is really, really sweet. And we can come on over to this little tab. It's a little hidden there. It's a little hard to find. Over to products. All right, and we'll add a product in here. So clicking on products, we can find all of our products, which we don't have at the moment. So we need to create our last step here of making the product for Stripe and then connecting it together. So, hey, that's why we're doing this together. We'll create a new product by clicking here. All right, so I'll create this product. And now what we're doing here is actually creating the product inside of Stripe. So we have the offer already. We're going to be marrying the payment product in Stripe with the offer we already created. And I will admit that of all the steps in this process, this is the most unintuitive to me right now. I feel like you made a product, which was the course. You made the offer, and now you need to make a Stripe product and link them all together. I gotcha. You get used to it, but I know they're working on increasing the usability of that particular part of the platform. All right, just a little disclaimer there. So we'll call this once again, Kids Planner, Planner for Kids. This is just going to be Stripe content is not going to be really shown anywhere to the customer. This is going to be digital goods. If you wanted to, you can upload a product image, unnecessary. Again, we'll make this $4, one time $4. Additional options. This is where it's important. So additional options, we want this to be a membership offer. So when they buy this particular product, what happens? We want to give them access to the Kids Planner inside of our platform. Okay, so that's all you got to do. Created, boom. So now let's head right back into our sites. We'll go to the one we just worked on here. Here we go. We'll go back to our products tab, add our product. We'll add the Kids Planner, which is now here. And then if you had multiple price points, you could have them here, but we're just going to call this the $4 price point. And let's see here. If you wanted to have bump offers like those checkout bumps, which increase your average order value a little bit, you could select that here. But let's just keep it simple and make this only the main product, and we'll hit save. All right, so here we go. Our product is connected. So when we take a look at this page, what should happen is when I click on any of the buy buttons and I put in my details, I'll put in my details now and say checkout. It's going to take me to a checkout form, a very simple, beautiful checkout form, which has the Kids Planner for $4. And I can put my credit card in there and be done. But we're not going to test it yet. We'll test it at the end. You can, of course, change all the coloring and, let's just make this submit order button the same color as the rest of the accents to make it look a little nicer. But then we'll call that good enough for the sakes of showing you setting up digital product sales pages inside of Go High Level. So what I can do now is, where's that pop-up? Like, you can't find it anywhere. So it's up here. I'll click on the pop-up and it pops it right out. And now I can click on different things and make my adjustments. So like my button color, boom, there we go. And you can make other changes if you want to, change what these steps are called, but good enough for where we're at today. Let's save that. And then one other thing we can do is this icon over here. They have a new UI as well, but this is the old UI. You can also bounce between the pages. So we've only been focused on the sales page. What should we do on our thank you page? Here we go. You can click over to thank you page and we'll see what we have to work with here. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Purchase is confirmed. And you could send them to your social media pages or anything like that. We'll say, please check your email for your access instructions. And alternatively, you could link this directly to a download of the planner template. It's probably not a bad idea. Or we'll say download the planner directly. All right, so let's just do that. And what we'll do here is on this button, I want them to be able to, really tricky with my recording software. Let me make this fit for me. All right, so we're going to actually open up a direct URL. And so what we can do is take that PDF and just get the URL of it and paste it right there and open it in a new tab. So let's do that real fast. Let's go into our media library. All right, so from our media library, I'll just upload the PDF directly here. And you'll see it's added in, and then I can grab that link directly to that file. And from this page, I'll just paste the link right there. And then we can test to make sure that does what we want it to do by previewing the page. And then let's click on this button here. And there we go. We have our download link right there on the thank you page, as well as we'll be adding it into the follow-up email sequence in just a second. All right, so at this stage, we have something that's working. They can give us money and they can download a product in return. You could be done there. What I'd recommend you do over time is if you build out additional products or additional services for your audience, you could create more pages that follow after this sales page is done and offer them upsells and cross sells and all kinds of fun things to increase your average order value. And not only that, it also gets a better result for your customers. People oftentimes don't like the idea of an upsell, but if they're trying to achieve a specific goal and you have multiple ways of helping them do that, you can give them a great deal, make them a great discount for a short time on that page, and it's a win-win. So don't be afraid of selling. People love to buy things. Let's go ahead and give them the opportunity to do that. All right, so we're done at that stage. Let's pop out and finish up the last step. So I'll reference our plan here. So we have our sales page built out. We have our pop-up with the order. We have the thank you page where they can buy. So that's all done. Now we just need this stuff here. Now, if you recall, when we set up that product, we already linked the product to the portal. So they're going to get access to this automatically. So really, all of this section of the process is optional, but I don't want to let you leave without doing the right things. And I definitely recommend at least send a thank you email and let them know where they can come to you if they need any help. All right, so we'll come back into the platform. And now we're going to go to automation. Ooh, that's the scary screen for every tool. So we'll click on automation and we're going to create a new workflow. And let's go, we'll make a folder as well. I like to keep things in folders. So I'll call this Kids Planner. If you ever need to find things again, it's nice to have a folder to go to, right? We'll click into Kids Planner, create a new workflow. And there's a bunch of recipes you can take a look at, but we'll keep this nice and simple and we'll start from scratch. So this workflow should trigger when they buy something. So when they submit that order form, we're going to start this workflow, right? So every workflow starts with a trigger. So we'll click on this trigger and we're going to come over here. They got a whole bunch of different things. This is, again, where you could get overwhelmed. Trust me, you don't want to get overwhelmed. You can do this. So there's a couple different ways we could trigger this off. One is as soon as they buy, they're going to get access to that membership offer. So we could use that trigger, offer access granted. But sometimes you might want to say, if they came from a specific page or this specific funnel they bought from here, maybe you have a special unannounced bonus, something like that. You might want to go to an order being submitted. So I'll click there and I'll add filters and we'll say order source is an order form. Okay, so they bought from an order form and it came from a specific funnel. So we did automations. I made two. Give me 1 second to delete one of these duplicates. All right, I got rid of the duplicate funnel there. So we'll come back here 1 second. We'll do order form submission. And that order form was in a funnel. That funnel was automation plans. That's just what I didn't rename it, but that was what we were using there. I really should have renamed it, but we'll go along with this for now. All right, so that's our plan. And then you can see, is there any other pages or different way? Like, okay, what was a submission? was it a sale, an upsell? You don't need all of that, but if the order form in this funnel is submitted, that means they bought this product, so we want to thank them for buying it. Okay, that's our trigger. We can also go ahead and rename this up here by calling this Kids Planner Thank You, or we'll call this post-purchase. All right, and then what we can do is simply click on the plus button, and there's all kinds of fun actions you can do. In this case, we want to send an email. But you can actually, take a look here. There's so many ways you can communicate with people. Send an email, SMS, Slack, call, voicemail, Messenger, Instagram, Google My Business messaging. So there's a bunch here, guys. I know it looks overwhelming. There is a lot here. I'm not going to lie to you, but just being able to send emails already puts you in like the top 10% of tools that are out there. Being able to sell products and send emails from a single platform is an awesome advantage. All right. So from name, from email, you can fill this in if you want it to be custom, but I'll show you in the settings. We'll just set that up once and be done. And we'll say, thank you for purchasing your kids planner. Here's what to do next. All right. And you can write whatever you'd like. I'm actually going to use one of my favorite AI tools to give me a nicer looking email than this. All right, so I'm logged in here to Koala Chat. I'm a big fan of this. It sits on top of ChatGPT, but has some really cool features. And I want to give it a little prompt to help me write a post-purchase automated email for a client who just bought the product. All right, so I just gave it the prompt of what I want to do without having to think on it. When I'm recording videos, it's hard to also be creative. So write a post-purchase automated email for a client who just bought a product titled Kids Planner Journal. I'll put some quotes around there so that AI knows that's important. Thank them in a cheerful tone and instruct them to look for a welcome email that will log them into the membership area within the next 5 minutes. So I'll send that to AI and let's see what it comes up with. Dear client's name, congratulations. Thrilled as a customer. Can't wait for you to experience the benefits of our amazing product. Thank you for choosing our product to help you stay child organized and on track. That's so cool. Just from the title, it has some ideas of what the product should do. Valuable tool. Plan the day, set the goals, track their progress. You'll see a welcome email in the next 5 minutes. This is a great email. I'm going to use it. I'll copy that output there. We'll come into our automation. We'll just paste it. Now, a couple things you'll want to do here is it does have places for automated text, so client's name is there, but that's not what we need. So we'll delete that and come here to custom values. And because they purchased, we're going to know everything about them. We're going to have their name and all that stuff. So we'll say, dear contact first name. Boom, put that in right there. All right, we also have a place here for your company name, and we'll just put here Kids Planner Company. .com. All right, something so no, that looks bad. All right, we have our email, so we'll save that. Now let's hit save real fast. I like to hit save quite a lot when we're working in here, and then you can come over to the settings, and there's a few different options here. We'll skip over some of them, but let's say, for example, somebody decides to buy it twice. We'll let them come back and get the same welcome email. That's fine. And then by default, you can set all the names and email addresses that your communications come from. So I'll say John and John at johnslake.com because that's what I have set up for this account already. And I will publish this. But this isn't all you have to do, or all you could do. There's a lot of things you could do. So you could do a wait. You can add a wait in there, and you can wait for maybe a week. Or let's do 7 days. And then after the 7-day wait, you could send another email and ask them how they're enjoying it. You get the idea, right? For now, just to not, waste your time. Oh, there's other things you can do as well. Like you could see, did they do something? Did they actually click the link to download it? Or did they log into the area? Did they whatever? And then you could have a branching condition based on what they've actually done. So it's a fully fledged automation platform. You can do pretty much anything you want in it if you're creative enough and curious enough to figure out how to do it. All right, but that should be enough at this stage. If we come back to our whiteboard, which is again our plan of attack, and if I look here, we have our page set up. We have our order form. Oh, you know what? I haven't set it up with a domain. So this is a little bit technical, but it's important to show you how easy it is to do. I think all of this is done now, but before we test it, I also want to make sure it doesn't look like an ugly URL or like a, so let me show you what the URL right now, if we were to go and try to buy this, it's not going to look very good. I can come into it and let me rename this as well to Kids Planner because it's messing with me. And if we were to look at this on the live site, take a look here. It's going to have this preview URL. It's not going to look quite good. I wouldn't really want to buy from a website that looked like that. So we also want to make this a legitimate looking URL, and that's very easy to do. On any plan with Go High Level, you can have unlimited domains added to it. Let me show you how to set one up nice and easily. We'll click here to the settings. And then you can see here, I already have one set up, but let's go ahead and create a new one. Again, you've got unlimited, so you can have a new domain for every page if you wanted to. I'll click on add or edit domains. All right, so I'm going to click on the blue add button here. And let me just set up, maybe call it planner.johnslake.com. And then I'll hit on continue. All right, so what this is actually doing, this is a new feature of Go High Level, which makes it so easy that it actually has automations and connections with the most popular places where domains are set up. And we all know that it scares people to set up a new domain. So it just does it for you. So all I need to do is click on authorize, and it's going to make me log in. Let me get to the correct account here. So I'm simply going to log into my Google Domains account, and it's going to see, oh yeah, there we go. There's my domain is here. So I'll say yes, connect to this domain. It's all set. John's Lake is now connected to Lead Connector. And if I come back, it's going to take a second here. Give it 30 seconds to a minute before you get scared, and it'll all be done. So I'll pause the video. All right, so it took a second or so, or a minute or so, let's be honest. And so now I'll link it with the funnel. So I can click over here and say, this new domain is going to go to my kids planner. And by default, if I just go to planner.johnslake.com, what page do I want to go to? I want to go to the sales page, which is also the home page. So boom, I'll link this domain and it's done. No accessing the DNS, no doing any technical mumbo jumbo. That's pretty awesome. So now if I go to planner.johnslake.com, this should take me to the sales page. And here it is, loads up perfectly fine. It already has a little secure lock there. So we're all happy and everything's looking quite right. So I think at this stage, we've accomplished a ton, and we'll go ahead and test this and call it a day at that stage if everything's working well. But I just want you to think through what you've accomplished. Like in this short little video, we've gotten our digital product up. We've created our course. We've built a sales page. We've set up an automation. We collected payments securely over Stripe. And we're building our email list in the process. Like you can do this in a very short period of time. And the big thing is don't force everything to be perfect before you can proceed, right? So there's a lot we can still do to make this page better. I would not launch with this page specifically. There's like pricing tables and stuff that are not accurate, but I want you to be able to move forward. And we never had to log into a different tool for this. Like I could have also set up a calendar where they could book for a support call, or I could set up a community. All this will be interesting for me to add additional content and additional videos. So leave a comment down below if you'd like to see me, take this in any other direction. But I'm just really proud of you guys for sticking through and building out everything inside your own platform. So with that being said, let's go ahead and run an actual test. I'll go ahead and click on get started, and we'll buy this and see if it actually works. So I'll put in my email address and my phone number, and I'll see you on the next tab. All right, and on this tab, we simply need to go and put our credit card information in. So I've got the business card to go and do some test transactions. Let me submit this, and I'll record back in just a second. All right, and as soon as I hit submit, I've made it to the thank you page. So what we did here was we set this to be a download link. So that we'll click on that. And there is our product. So that's step one. That's good. But we also want to make sure that the emails, the automations, all that's working as well. So let me check out my email inbox. All right. And here I can see two emails that came through. Number one was the one we wrote ourselves. Thank you for purchasing a kids planner. So I'll click here and I can see that I got my email. Congratulations on your purchase. It also has the unsubscribe link there added as needed. All right, so that all worked great. And also notice that it says Dear John, so it's sending to the right email address. So that's really, really good. And I also get this account. This is like a system generated email. We could customize this if we want to as well, but this is showing me my setup content. So I can go and click on login here. And because it's all inside the email, it does it automatically. Don't need anything else. And I can access my kids planner. I can open it up. And here we go. This is what we built at the beginning of the video with the actual video instructions here, as well as the file itself. Other things you'd want to test for is, number one, let's head back in and take a look at my contact record. And notice here that yes, I did get a new contact loaded up into my account, which was great. And so I'll be able to send emails out to that person. I can see all the payments that were received. I can come over to my payments and actually see that, yes, truly, that $4 was sent over. I bought from myself here for you guys, $4 here. So you can see that would work. If you're doing test transactions, I'd recommend you put the correct price in once you've tested it. And then there's just a bunch you can do from here, but I don't want to get you overwhelmed. I just want you to see that in about an hour or so, we went through, and I'm not really rushing, right? I'm kind of being nice and relaxed with you guys here in this video. You can go through and set up all the tech. And once you've learned how it works, the next one is even easier. You might not even need another one. If you go and create one funnel that then invites them into working directly with you, and maybe they become long-term retainer-based clients, you've got a business right there. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. If I missed anything, if I left anything out, obviously I did. Like, there's a ton in there. So may as well go ahead and show you. If you go to ghl.unbeatabletech.com, I've put together the most ridiculous bonus offer that I've ever done. Put a lot into this for you. We have the 21-day high-ticket accelerator bootcamp, which is like the companion to what we just did, which goes way deeper. There's over, I think, 36 step-by-step lessons in it that covers both the strategy of setting up an entire 3-tiered business model, as well as the tech of setting up the ads, setting up the email sending, setting everything up, and also going through it. We actually did close a client within the first month, which is pretty stinking cool. So that is in there. And I say this is the companion because we just covered the front end, like the very small digital product here. But if you wanted to add more to it, that is really going to do a great job of explaining it. I also shared everything I built from this challenge with you, so you'll be able to go ahead and skip the line, or like skip having to do all the design work, and I've got my template already set up for you. We have additional training that goes into much more detail of the strategy behind a similar funnel. We mentioned upsells and bumps and things like that. Well, this training is really going to dive into much more detail and help you understand exactly what you need to kind of get your product from being cute to being a powerhouse that can be profitable even with cold traffic, which is really important. We've got the 1-day product creation masterclass, which is if you don't have your products built, this is a really unique way combined with our templates to create a product in a single afternoon. And it goes on and on. You also get some access to me with support as long as you remain a customer. But again, it's all there on the page. Go to ghl.unbeatabletech.com, and I would love to see you launch your funnel as well using the steps I just covered in this video and everything that's inside the bonus offer. So if you like this, please consider subscribing. I'll be creating a ton of content, not just about Go High Level, but about any way to build that more profitable business for yourself, because it has given us a certain level of freedom that we never thought would be possible. And I'm pretty sure that if you put in hard work and you create something that people love and you're there for them, it can do the same for you too. All right, that's it for me. Please like, subscribe, do all that social media stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.